smile on your face. You are on camera tonight.
Dear brothers and sisters, please sit back, totally relax. Bring your attention into your breath and make sure keep your back naturally straight, upright. Sit comfortably, stably, and mindfully. Today is the first Friday night of the new year, 2019. We get together and practice sitting meditation, and I believe that together we can walk on the right path, the path of mindfulness, because we have a support from all brothers and sisters in our Sangha, in our community. Make our life more meaningful, make our life more happier by practicing living in the present moment. Remind yourself, the past is gone. The future is not come yet. Present moment is a wonderful moment. Nguyện tiễn chuông này vang pháp giới xa xôi u tối mọi loài ngang những ai lạc bước mau dừng lại tình giấc hôn mê thấy nẻo về. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. All right, welcome all brothers and sisters. to date, the first Friday night, the New Year 2019. So we create the topic, New Year, New Mind. And next Friday night, New Year, New Resolution. Okay. I like to share with you some of my thoughts based on my practice and my understanding and why it is so important to live with your new mind. Based on the teaching of the Buddha, and also lately a lot of research come from different neuropsychologists or scientists and indicate that most of the problems is come from the way we think, and we just carry our pre-perception, carry our old experience, and we make our life is more challenging and difficult. We see everything as a habit without fresh mind, fresh idea. And this is great, the problem also. So every day, from biological perspective, psychological perspective, our mind and our body change constantly. And even most of us, we try to make ourselves look young. And I just shared with you, this just happened to me a few days ago. We just create some video clips in both languages, Vietnamese and English, and we just upload on the YouTube channel, Country Monk. And some of my friends, they live far away from Louisiana, and he just watched several episodes, and then he contacted me. He said, "Hey, I want to tell you one thing. I hope you don't get upset." I said, "Please say something nice in the new year then." And he said, "You look so old." And I said, "I know that." Because he said, "In 10 years already." He lived in Seattle, Washington State, and I met him approximately 12 years ago in Houston, Texas. But that's also, I appreciate that brother, he made a true statement, right? If he say, "Oh, you look the same," or "you look younger 10 years ago," that means something wrong with his observation, right? Something wrong with his eyes. You need to see eyes doctor, right? So in every day, even we like or dislike, but everything is changing. The problem is, we like to see what we love in terms of the beautiful body, or young body, or a young mind, and we do not want to see what we dislike. And that is create more problems and create more suffering for ourselves. We expect our brother, sister, as a husband, you expect your wife, vice versa. You expect them to carry the positive behavior and professional behavior, speak lovely all the time. How many of you, being as a husband, and you experience that your wife always speaks with you, always respectfully and lovely language? Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Otherwise, you may not sleep well tonight. Okay?
90% of the time.
Okay. So how about husband? How many of you experience your wife always say nicely, lovely, respectfully to you, despite any situation going on? Any husband? No? You're very honest, right? If any one of you raise your hand, I kick you out of the temple immediately. Because you're the big liar. I had to say this loudly, so please do not expect monks and nuns always be kind, be nice all the time, right? We are human beings. Sometimes we practice well, sometimes we not practice well. We accept this. But at least we have a reasonable expectation. That is, we should practice a little bit better about lay people. That's my expectation. Because we satisfy everything, we don't have to worry about our work, we don't have to worry about our manager or salary. We better to get rid of stress on that kind of steps so that we can take care of ourselves. But of course, we are on the process of practicing, so be real, be practical. I do not pretend as a good monk or good Zen teacher. I always consider myself as an acceptable Buddhist practitioner or Zen practitioner to the rest of my life. Some of the Zen monks, after training 10, 15 years, some of them less than us, they identify themselves as a Zen master. I promise with all of you, in the New Year Day, I always consider myself as a Zen practitioner so that I have the opportunity to learn more. The difference between novice and experienced or expert, that is the novice, the beginner, we have a more opportunity to learn, right? I make this hypothesis. If anyone come here first time forever, I hope you learn more than the others who come here regularly. Because some of them may think, oh, I know what they're going to say already. So you block the opportunity. So in the New Year Day, I wish for myself, all of you, learn how to open your heart, your mind, to see everything with your new perspective, so that you can avoid so many mistakes. And you make life is more interesting. Every morning I walk into this meditation hall, but I always say, this is the new moment in this new meditation hall. Right? Even if it has been built 10 years already, but in my eyes, still brand new. Every day I sit into my car, even the old car, but I always reconstruct it. This is my new car. So I'm very happy with my new car every day. Because I say, I do not want to make myself become the victim of social construction. I want to make my life more meaningful. So, in order to do that, we must practice. Learn how to be aware of what's going on right here and right now. Relax and experience so that you accept who you are. I know that saying is very easy, but practicing it takes time. It takes time to practice. Even speak English is also very hard for me until now. But I always maintain my positive thinking. I can speak English better and better day by day. It takes time. So I encourage all of you, when you do anything in life, please be patient, be consistency, and never ever giving up. In the New Year Day, I want to share this information, and I believe this information. The Buddha taught 2,500 years ago. He said, most human beings allow themselves to live in ignorance. Right? The new language we say to live in forgetfulness, in unconsciousness. In every day, you make your own choice. You focus on positive or you focus on negative. You focus on what you can do or you focus on what you cannot do. I like this quote, and this is maybe the good quote for us, for all of us to practice in the year 2019. Please do not allow yourself to distract or interfere by something you cannot do. Focus on what you can do. And if you reflect on yourself, whenever you're not happy, whenever you're struggling, most likely you focus on what you cannot do. I have that experience. Any thought pop up into my mind a few years ago, or English is the second language, so I may not able to finish my program, so just withdraw. Another thought pop up, yes, withdraw, we still become a successful person like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg. That's it. The lazy thought pop up into my mind. I say, no, thank you. Get back to the reality. I'm struggling right now. This is okay. This is a process of learning. So when you practice system meditation or any profession, please be patient. When we say experienced mindfulness practitioner, they say approximately you practice formal meditation approximately 10,000 hours. So if you practice 2 hours per day, approximately 12 years. Makes sense, right? So I believe that in the next 6 years, all the monks and then they can speak English well. If they practice speaking in English 4 hours a day, right? If they practice only 2 hours a day, it maybe take 10 years. I'm not a smart man, so it took me more than 24 years. Still struggling with some word in English. Refrigerator, schizophrenia, procrastination, that's all challenging vocabulary for me. But practice gives us more chance to see ourselves and maintain focus on the new experience, new moment. Remind yourself, every moment is a new moment. We cannot experience this moment again, right? Friday, January 5th, 2019 cannot repeat one more time. Cannot, right? Even brother, sister, you see them tonight, tomorrow, may be different. And this is also, I borrow the concept of impermanence in Buddhism so that I can remind myself whenever I interact with any brother, sister in our community. I always say, life is too short. Life is unexpectable. So please treat him or her as the last time we may see each other, because we really don't know, right? Just funny thought for you this afternoon when I took a shower, and I said, oh, please, don't die when I take a shower, so everyone they can see me as a real person. When that early thought popped up into my mind, I just say, let go, enjoy the shower right now. So that is the reason I say, if you be aware of what's going on, be aware of your thought, then you no longer become a victim of your thought, feelings, perception, especially negative emotion and feelings. You see that in your daily life already. Thank you. All right. Share your thoughts or question or anything related to topic or related to the way we practice here so that we can learn from each other.
How can we reprogram something that was programmed, so many years ago?
Very good and very tough question also. There are many ways, and my experience that is try to live in mindfulness and practice meditation and change the way you think when you struggle in your life. Do exercise also. It's combination. But main thing is, please do not continue to carry your old habit or live with your old habit. I think being a monk, we have an opportunity to refocus on the present moment, living in the present moment, so that you can create more opportunity for yourself. And I do believe that is also some of the way to reprogramming for your mind.
I really like what you said about focusing on that we can do. But how do you match that up with having the new mind and then being willing to take a risk to learn something that would be challenging or out of your comfort zone?
Very good question. When we say that focus on what we can do, but we also challenging ourselves to do something new, so that we can create more. Take risk when you do everything with thoughtful consideration, right? We take risk with thoughtful consideration. That, for example, everything you do in life is take risk. Especially some of you in marriage, I consider you take a big risk in your life. Being a monk, we don't want to take that risk seriously, so that we can do something we believe that's simple. But I really admire all of you. But even you challenging yourself, do something new, and suppose if you're not successfully, you can learn from your mistake. Don't feel bad about yourself.
And I think about what you're saying, what you said regarding new mindfulness and a new mindset. I think about the fact that there's like a duality of thoughts going on in my head. Number one is this idea of not thinking that when you have a new year, you're automatically going to change, and that you have to be patient with yourself and others around you to evolve and change. For a while, I stopped creating New Year's resolutions because I realized that number one, time is a construct, so just because the clock strikes midnight on January 1st doesn't mean that automatically you're going to hit refresh. I always still feel like the same person I was the day before. And most of my lessons throughout the year and throughout time changed me as a person. And so I relied less on a New Year's resolution, more on a spirit of humility and resilience to kind of deal with the challenges of life, and also celebrate the beauties of life as well. But the last couple of years of my life have also shown me persistence, and how sometimes you have to kind of push through difficult times and push through the times in life where you feel despondent or depressed to get to the other side. And so while I'm not going to create a New Year's resolution this year, I do want to set goals for myself this year and be persistent to making sure those goals are achieved, because as time has shown me, I am a persistent person. So if you are achieving mindfulness or a new set of mind, you have to keep pushing and keep going and not just give up because you kind of lose your way every once in a while, because things take time. And I think we all have the strength to persevere.
Thank you. And also I think beside the concept New Year resolution, we should create the concept daily resolution. Right? We should set the goal for every day. For example, I set the goal for my life and every day. At least I have to smile 400 times a day, like a baby. I have to do physical and mental exercise. And I do not carry the negative emotion or feelings more than 1 minute. Make some goals specifically for you, not only yearly, but I think it's. But please allow me to close this session tonight so that we can be on time. Also, I want to say Happy New Year to all of you, and I wish all of you take the opportunity and make yourself to become a new person in every day. Look at your brothers, sisters, your family members, your co-workers as a new person. Even some of you may have challenging experience with your parents, brothers, sisters. But my advice is if you change the way you look at things, things will be changed. If not, you change yourself first. Okay? So I wish everyone learn how to enjoy the present moment, see things as it is, see things as they are. That's the basic teaching of the Buddha. So you no longer to become the victim of your worry, anxiety, or stress. And again, I know some of you always being caught with your worry, stress, or work, but please next time to meditate and reflect on yourself. Eventually, I will create another new YouTube channel, meditation before medication. I'm sorry, meditation before medication. Because I see some psychologists here and medical doctor here, so I better to change that. Meditation before medication. Before I say meditation without medication.